Did you know that in 2014, an estimated 1,665,540 new cancer cases were diagnosed in the U.S.? In addition to that, 585,720 deaths caused by cancer occurred in the U.S. These statistics are according to the American Cancer Society, and they are staggering. Today, I will take you on a journey and explore why cancer is a major and growing problem in the United States. It is the second most common cause of death in the U.S., and 1 in every 4 Americans will get it at some point in their life. To think about these numbers, 25% of the entire U.S. population will get cancer at some point in their life. That is very staggering, and scientists are researching every single day to find a cure for cancer. Michael Whitehouse and Maurice Slevin, authors of What is Cancer?, go into depth and really define what cancer is. Cancer is a malignant growth in the body of a person or animal. In simple terms, cancer is a growth that mutates cells, which in turn turn into tumors that can be very detrimental to the health of a human. Dr. Sani, who published The Effect of DNA Type on Response of DNA Biosensors for Carcinogens, defines carcinogens as cancer-causing chemicals that can bind to DNA and cause damage. Really, what carcinogens are chemicals that mutate our genetic code in our body, which therefore in turn cause these cells to reproduce at rapid rates, but when they reproduce, they are not healthy cells. Therefore, they will lead to the formation of tumors, and then in turn, that is what we know as cancer. These tumors will spread all throughout the body, but the problem with cancer is that when they reproduce as cells, it's very latent and can take a long time before anyone notices that these cells are present in the body. Most of the time, by the time we do notice, it's too late. Robert Spiritus, a very well-known author, publisher of Identification and Classification of Carcinogens, points out that scientists look at case studies from clinical records and many other things to determine if something is carcinogenic. Not just anything can be carcinogenic. We know that pollution from industries, tobacco smoke, certain types of foods are all carcinogenic, but in today's evolving world, more and more things have been discovered as carcinogenic. Most of the types of radiation that we are exposed to, whether it be from the sun, from the microwave, when you go and get an x-ray, have all been found to be carcinogenic, in that they, by definition, mutate our cells and then lead to the reproduction of unhealthy cells. James D. Wilson, another author, writer of So Carcinogens Have Thresholds, How Do We Decide What Exposure Level Should Be Safe?, states that no dose of carcinogens is safe. We must always be wary that carcinogens are constantly trying to attack our body, and we must be ready to defend them off by any means necessary. This means exposing ourselves to sunlight. We need to be wearing sun protection, sunscreen all the time, hats to cover the face. We know that smoking is bad because it's 2014 and everyone knows that. We need to be careful around certain types of food and certain types of drinks that can cause cancer. This is the problem, is that cancer is a growing problem in the United States, and many precautions should be taken to protect ourselves and our future generations from getting this deadly disease. Thank you.